He smirked as he looked at her uniform, speaking in German, loud enough for his rich friends to hear. She probably can't even afford the food she serves. The waitress smiled softly and replied in flawless German. What she said next made the billionaire drop his glass and stare in stunned silence. The restaurant glittered that night. Crystal lights shimmered above marble floors, violins played softly, and the scent of expensive wine filled the air. It was the kind of place where people whispered about money and listened only to those who had plenty of it. At table 9 sat Victor Adler, one of the richest men in Berlin, a man known not for kindness, but for his cruel humor. He wore wealth like armor and arrogance like perfume. Across from him sat his business partners, laughing at every word he said, no matter how small or sharp. And that night, Victor found a new target. The waitress approached, a young woman with tired eyes but a steady smile. Her name tag read Anna. She greeted them politely, her voice calm and warm. "Good evening, gentlemen. May I take your order?" But Victor didn't answer right away. He tilted his glass, studying her. Then, turning to his friends, he said in German, ** sieht so aus. ALS can't see sich nicht einmal das Brot leisten. Das sie bringt. Looks like she can't even afford the bread she serves. His friends laughed. Loudly, Anna stood still. She understood every word, but she said nothing. Not yet, Dot. She simply smiled, wrote down their order, and walked away with quiet grace. In the kitchen, the chefs moved fast. Plates clattered, steam hissed, and orders were shouted in rhythm. But Anna moved differently, steady, controlled, almost serene. The head chef whispered, "You heard him, you." She smiled faintly. "Yes, Dot, and you're not angry?" Her eyes softened. "No, some people speak from pride, not from peace." Half an hour later, the meal was ready, perfectly plated, every detail exact. Anna took a deep breath, lifted the tray, and walked back into the golden glow of the dining hall. Victor barely looked up. "Ah, our little bread girl is back." His friends chuckled again. Anna placed the dishes carefully, her voice calm. "Your steak, medium rare. Your wine, decanted for 10 minutes. Then she looked at Victor, her tone still polite, but her eyes unwavering. "And for you, sir, a small reminder." He frowned. "Reminder?" She leaned slightly closer. "That respect costs nothing, but losing it can be very expensive." The table went silent. Victor's smile froze. "Excuse me?" Anna tilted her head. "You assumed I didn't understand German. I do. I also speak French, Italian, and English fluently. I studied international relations at the University of Munich." Her voice stayed calm, no anger, no bitterness, just quiet truth. "But life had other plans. My father fell ill. The hospital bills grew, so I took this job. And while I may wear a uniform, I don't serve with shame. I serve with dignity." Around them, the music faded. Conversations paused. Even the violinist stopped. Then, in flawless German, she finished softly. "Unwissen Sie, Herr Adler, Charakter is die Rum. Die am schwersten zu verdienen is." And you know, Mr. Adler, character is the hardest currency to earn. Victor sat frozen. His hand trembled slightly on the wine glass. For the first time that night, his friends didn't laugh. Something shifted in his eye shame, perhaps, or recognition. He set the glass down, cleared his throat, and muttered, "I didn't realize." Anna smiled gently. "That's why we speak, to help others realize." She turned and walked away, leaving behind a silence heavier than gold. An hour later, when her shift ended, Anna stepped outside. The night air was cool, the city quiet. She took a deep breath and closed her eyes. Behind her, footsteps approached. Victor. He looked different now, less sure of himself. He held an envelope in his hand. "I owe you an apology," he said quietly. "And perhaps an opportunity. My company funds scholarships for students who couldn't finish their degrees. I'd like to add your name." Anna looked at the envelope, then back at him. "Thank you," she said softly, "but I've already earned my degree. The one life gives when you keep your dignity." Victor smiled faintly. Then I hope I can start earning mine. He walked away, leaving her. Standing under the city lights, a quiet hero no one would ever forget. In a world that values money more than manners, this story reminds us true wealth isn't in the bank. It's in the way we treat people who can do nothing for us. If this story moved you, tell us where you're watching from. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful, real-life inspired stories about courage, respect, and humanity.